your mother say? I took a deep breath. I looked at my friends. I was like, it's about to go down.
Live is the best in the business. Check out our live cast. You could be a witness for the swing of the batter, a strikeout at home plate. No missing the action. There ain't no wait. The commentary keep you valiant through laughs and analysis of the competition, posting offline statuses. 58 live pitches down, it's a score. In the red zone, tackle 7 more. You know it's a slam dunk, it's a shooting the score. You know the outcome, no defender can stop what's in store. 58 live at the helm is the best in. 58 live at the helm is the best in. 58 live in the building. Best crew out there filming.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jonesboro Basketball. I'm Bo McMichael with my co-host of the night, Craig Chapman. How you doing tonight, Craig?
I am very good. How about you?
Hey, man, I am just sitting enjoying life right now, getting our mics all squared away here. We're 58 Live. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman, bringing you Jonesboro Basketball here on Score 58 Network. We got a nice preseason scrimmage. What do you think about these preseason scrimmages there, Craig?
I think they're the best thing that's happened to high school sports, leading into any season. Back in the early part of, my coaching time and, when we played, there were no such things as preseason scrimmages.
Now, you just got up there and played. I mean, and to get that opportunity here in the first full week of November, it's always nice to do that. We're live here at Jonesboro High School. We get to see the Jonesboro Cardinals take on the Eagles Landing Golden Eagles. Craig, talk to me a little bit about where these two teams ended up last year.
Well, Jonesboro last year, finished 2021 17-7, lost out in the second round of the playoffs, 57-51 to Dutchtown. And, are currently, as you told me when I walked in the door today, they're ranked number 2 in their classification.
It's a preseason ranking, but I always enjoy a good preseason ranking.
That's not
if I was to preseason rank my brain, I would be at least a 3 most of the time, so that's good.
I would right now be a very salty Wake Forest number 9 and falling.
Oh, 8-1, man.
Yeah, it's bad.
I know, and everybody was internally rooting for them.
I definitely was.
Just to, now you're like, okay, well, I'm a Bearcat fan. Sorry, we're talking a little bit of football. We're in the middle of basketball season. Talk to me a little bit about the Golden Eagles.
And then you have Eagles Landing. The Golden Eagles finished 2021 27-1 on a 16-game win streak. So I guess you can figure out what that means, right? If you win the last one, that normally means they give you a ring.
Right.
So – I couldn't find anything that said that they weren't state champions. So, in my mind, they're state champions.
And they definitely were in that situation. So, well, today is November 6, 2021. We're live here at Jonesboro High School. Head coach, Coach Melman for the Jonesboro Cardinals and Coach Montgomery for the Eagles Landing Golden Eagles. Live basketball session. Glad to have you with us. We'll be here every night when Jonesboro basketball plays. Their next game is when, Craig?
They will play November the 13th. They play Carrollton.
And it's a classic, correct? What's the classic?
Adidas Classic.
It's Adidas Classic. So my guess is that it'll be live on the air. We will not be streaming that game, but that game will be fouled, and we'll be able to place that up on here on our Score 58 network. Each week this year, we're hoping to bring about some fun and excitement for basketball. Give a little bit of an insight to as things go on here on the Score 58 network. We get an opportunity to work with a couple of teams out here, and we are post-pandemic, Craig, and I can only tell you how happy that makes me in the sense that we spent, and it was a wonderful experience last year, but we spent the whole basketball season filming every home Clayton County and Atlanta Public School System home games.
Yeah, because they didn't allow fans, correct?
They did not allow fans. I am so glad to have fans back, and I'm going to let you kind of recap that because we're going to have a chance later on in the week to bring about our show here on Score 58, 58 Live. What has it been like to have fans in the stands on your end this year coaching football?
I mean, it was, I was in a private school arena the year before, and we had fans.
Okay.
So, now – we're talking about a much smaller scale school than what I was at this year. But our home games this year at Pike and football were packed.
Right.
I mean, I was up in the box the first 2 games, or the first game of the year, I was up in the box. And, man, walking up to the press box, I was like, there's not a place where you can sit.
Right, and that's got to be a wonderful feeling.
It was
in that sense.
unreal.
I definitely agree with you on that. It's been very interesting this year, and it's so nice to get back. And we were going over basketball for Jonesboro, and I said this was probably the first year last year in 2021 season. I did not have much of an opportunity to call a game. I don't know actually if I did call a game. We did produce it and stream it live, but it was one of those too much stuff going on in the world to necessarily deal with that. And so it was neat to get this opportunity today to be able to do this. What are you hoping to get out of this scrimmage matchup?
I think if,
because this is supposedly 1 versus 2.
Yeah, and I think that you're trying to, this is a measuring stick on how far you've gotten in your summer program, your preseason program. You'd probably like to see, how you handle pressure. I'm sure both teams are going to give full court looks, probably some full court man looks and some full court zone looks. You'll probably get to run both your man and your zone offenses some. So you'll get a chance to see, just about everything you practice on. You want to find out if you got some guys that have looked good in practice, what do they look, like when they're playing against, somebody in a different color uniform.
Right. No, I definitely understand that on that part. And because you spend so much time even on I don't want to call it summer ball, but it is. You get that idea where everybody gets to have that opportunity. But this is the first time that you get to go against an opponent where school colors are involved.
And the first time where, it's real easy to play in the gym after school.
It is.
When there's nobody in there watching it.
You look at the fans. We got them. I mean, they're side by side. This is wonderful. We're 2 years shy of the opening of this gym.
Yeah.
You've not had an opportunity to be in this.
There.
And what I'll do is I know you're getting the opportunity to do a little Pike County Pirate basketball this year.
Absolutely.
So that'll be a lot of fun. But when you get a break, we'll schedule a time to bring you out there and to have that. We got Maya Barrett on our cameras. So she's running the artwork and having a little fun with me on that end. So you just never know what she's going to throw up and do that. So it's always fun to have that. So I'm kind of playing against her in that direction. But we're looking like we're getting ready for the starting lineup here for the Jonesboro Cardinals and the Eagles Landing Golden Eagles. Jonesboro did advance to the playoffs last night in football.
Yes, they did.
They'll be playing Warner Robins next Friday night. It's always nice when the school can be competitive on both ends. Coach Dan Melman has 2 state championships under their belt, and this gym is 3 years old. It is a wonderful, beautiful, large, lit gym. One of the last experiences I've had with you, Craig, what game was that? That we were there at Jonesboro in the old gym.
We went and we saw them play Tri-City.
Let's see, I know you know that. Man, that's
in the Elite Eight.
And they won.
They did win.
They did win.
It was a very close game. And
Loud.
Jonesboro pulled away late in the fourth to give them a pretty comfortable margin. But, yeah, loud and people running on the court.
Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy. We'll get an opportunity throughout the year here on Score 58 to kind of acknowledge all of past players here for Jonesboro. Coach Melman brought me into the old broadcast industry. I blame him for all the technology because he came to me a while back and he said, hey, Bo, I need to be able to have my mom and my dad and my sister. They live in Ohio. I need them to be able to watch these games. And I was like, okay, I'll figure it out. And that was 2012, 2013, really where technology hadn't been just yet. I'm up there with a laptop. One of the most famous ones is I was doing James Walker Jr., MJ, who Florida State. Did we know where he ended up?
No, I did not.
I didn't quiz you on that to do research. I apologize. But when he was doing where he was picking to go, then suddenly I look in on my stream counter of how many people were watching this was like 3,000 folks. And I was like, yeah, I probably should have focused a little bit harder and doing that one. But that was a wonderful experience, the 2 state championships. But moving forward, it's just going to be a great season this year. They're expecting a lot. They've got a total of 5 returning seniors. They got 5 seniors on their ball club. Jonesboro in white. The Golden Eagles, would you say that's a dark navy?
It is.
That's what you're going with?
It is.
All right.
And I just looked up. MJ,
I did. I saw you Google
Westchester Knicks of the G League.
Okay,
NBA
nice.
G League.
Good. So getting ready for the tip-off here. Big number 22 looks like he'll be the one tipping it off for Jonesboro.
Giannis Wood, 6'7", 180-pound senior.
Stick of water is what they say.
Well, he averaged 8.1 points per game last year, and he wins the jump, and it will go out of bounds, so that'll be Eagles Landing ball.
I will enjoy, because you haven't had an opportunity for a while to coach basketball. So
they're going to give that to Jonesboro.
They're going to say he flipped it off, and it touched off that backhand. Like he hit it off his hand to do that. It's very interesting.
So Jonesboro will take over. And that is a cross-court pass, and that is intercepted. Taken on the baseline right there, and an early 2 for Eagles Landing. Cross-court skip pass picked off. And here comes early pressure.
The best is that we're not watching the right screen, so everybody's thinking, when are they going to take the artwork off? And we just did.
And there's a jam.
And we'll get the scoreboard up. Hey, it's not preseason, not just for you all. It's for everybody, okay? Goodness gracious.
And we got an early sub right here for Jonesboro. Number 1, Kamen Brown comes in. Like he replaced Gardner on the play.
We were watching 2 different screens.
Yeah,
man.
we were.
And we didn't. I looked over here, so you focus on that one, man. We're doing it off location just because I'm old. And, sometimes when I haven't had too much sleep, it's nice to take a breather. And I've got probably about, you got about 3 hours?
Yeah.
I'm about an hour and a half, maybe 2. At least napping for another 30. There's no doubt there.
Horton's got the ball. He's going to bring it over here. Going to do a dribble handoff with Brown. There's a 3. Long. Offensive board crash. Be taken away right there. Outlet pass up ahead. And that'll be 2 shots right there for Eagles Landing, who definitely looked the part of a team riding a 16-game win streak. Very fluid and smooth in the open court.
We didn't get an opportunity to get their schedule. I mean, not their schedule, their roster. So we don't actually know who's returning and who's not. We don't want to make assumptions. So we went ahead and nixed that since it wasn't updated on Max Prep. We don't hold that against anybody, just on our inability, because it's, it's a Saturday afternoon. And I would agree with you on that. They look very smooth coming out of the blocks. And you're going to have to keep me up with the score.
Well, it's 5-0 right there.
I got it. I'm working on it, man. I just got to click a button. That you would think that's not too hard to do.
Second free throw is up. It's long. Rebound pulled down by number 24, White. Jonesboro pushes up. Sideline. Try to drive in.
Surprised they didn't call it walk.
Should have been a walk.
Yeah, he slid for at least 3
tell you
yards.
What, Eagles Landing, it probably could have been a foul too.
Yeah, I agree. And they said, hey, let's just work through it.
Yeah, and Eagles Landing is everywhere on defense right now. Hands in the passing lane, cutting off drivers.
You give you 2 weeks of basketball knowledge, man, and you're just throwing this out, man. I'm just going to be sitting here smiling at this point.
Here comes high screen.
Air ball in it.
Short right there. Long outlet pass. Going to throw it back across the court. Nice save right there. Penetration kick. 2-man game right here. Nice move to the rack. Foul. Eagles Landing is going to shoot 2 more, and it's 5-0 right here.
Early in the first quarter.
Yeah, and Eagles Landing is sharing the basketball, playing with pace and space, as they would say.
Well, this was a 4-game. This is the capper of 4 games today.
Yes.
We had 2 JV games early, and then a varsity girls, which they ended up winning.
Oh, yeah.
Which was really nice. That says a lot from the point of I'm very excited to see what the Jonesboro girls will do moving on through the season. And then
first free throw was good. Second free throw is short.
And that's why you get paid the money to help me with the score. 6-0 here. Are they going to get on the scoreboard right now?
And that is another turnover from Jonesboro. Eagles Landing denying everything right now. Wing passes, entry passes, out of bounds passes, anything.
What about Six Flags passes?
Yes. Even on Sundays.
But I feel like the haunted hayride is definitely a free pass right here. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Glad you could join us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Air ball passes it out. Not a strong pass. We're going to get to say he's got a foul on that. I always like to see what kind of rhythm these teams get. You know, I reflect back. We just started college basketball this past week, and I can't even say we started it.
No,
I mean, but we based on ESPN3, we started.
Yeah.
Okay. But NBA-wise, they're still finding their flow out. So I'm going to ask you as a coach, when does the high school season really, truly start?
I'm thinking after Thanksgiving.
Okay. That's when you give the, hey, enough's enough, let's get going?
Well, I mean, it's just the point where, right now, in our situation, nice job of blocking out right there, up ahead of the field.
You gotta be able to connect on that.
Eagles landing back down the court. It's going to be fouled right there. Are they going to call that a jump ball?
They are. Number 2 for the Golden Eagles coming into the game. Once again, the Golden Eagles are the 2021 state champions. They defeated Tri-Cities last year down in Macon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and, one of those things talking about early on right here is, when you look at, how this thing works out, you're still getting, some players back from football. Jonesboro is ice cold to start right here.
They are. They're trying to find a rhythm. Do you feel like it has to do with anything with having fans in here, just being the first game?
No, I think right now you're playing against a team that everybody widely believes being number 1.
What's a pressure factor too?
And this is your first time out, so everybody may be a little bit too amped up right now. It'll settle down. Pass to the corner right there. 3's away.
Did not get the rebound.
Followed the shot.
Pretty.
2 more. It's 8-0 now. And Eagles Landing's not really pressing Jonesboro, but hitting the offensive glass, finishing around the rim. High screen and roll. Get the ball on a nice cut. Floater's good.
And the first points of the game.
Jonesboro kind of got themselves into trouble right there in the
half
court, but
I like the pressure by Eagles Landing, but Jonesboro was able to kind of get that little seam right there and be able to pass it over to a player streaming in the men.
Oh, okay.
Listen to you. Is that how you answer that?
Well, I mean, he caught it. He definitely didn't have any ideas about ball rotation there. He was like, I'm getting this, and it's going to the rack.
I'm shooting it.
Nice drive.
All right, 11-4.
We'll get a delay of game penalty right here on Jonesboro for hitting the ball when it went through the net.
I think that's just being nice. They want to make sure the ball gets back to the players.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I think. I
don't think he meant to do that. I think he just, it was one of those things where it got in that spot.
When he came down, they bumped it down there. Nice to see the fans in the stands. Normally they'll have the band come in here when basketball season really amps up, and that'll be a lot of fun to hear the basketball team.
Well, that's
the band.
Man-to-man right here for Jonesboro.
Wow.
Another 3 right there. 14-4, Eagles Landing. Half-court press or trap right here. They're going to call a jump ball, so that should give the ball back to Eagles Landing. And one of the things you notice right now is Eagles Landing is really attacking the paint against Jonesboro off the dribble, looking for the drive and the dish. And on the other end, they're cutting off the penetration and making Jonesboro play horizontal instead of vertical. And, if you can't get and put pressure on the defense, you can't make them rotate. There's another 3, and it's good. And we got a little full court pressure right here.
17-4.
And right now, the intensity that which Eagles Landing is playing defense, they're everywhere. They, when you come across half court, you can't be in a corner because they're trying and looking.
We did get ripped for having that images up, by the way.
Oh, we did?
Oh, we did. do we need the wallpapers? And that was the response. And I was like, yeah, my bad. Sorry. So us watching one screen doing our job.
Yeah. And there it is, tipped again. I mean, hands in the passing
lane.
Come
on, dribble up.
That's what you want to see right there, though.
Hustle for the ball.
That's what you want to see.
We do. I mean, hands down right
getting
now.
on the floor, getting after the loose ball. That'll be something that no matter what the score is right now, both coaches will be happy to see the intensity to get after the loose ball because, you know, if you were ever at a Lovejoy basketball practice with John Hawley, that was the first drill we did. And there comes the trap off the inbounds pass.
Their defense
they're
is
just
suffocating, man.
And that was a shot clock violation right there.
So what you just
that
got
is
an
the
answer?
first
Okay, do you see the shot clock right there?
There it is.
That's the first time I noticed.
That's the first shot clock violation that we've gotten to call here in the state of Georgia.
Wow. So
35-second shot clock violation.
We got all our answers right there, man.
Yep. And right now, you know, Jonesboro's having a hard time with this. You know, only one way to call it is kind of an amoeba, you know, trap in the half court. I'll tell you what now. Eagles Landing's got some skill.
They do.
And that's going to go off of the Jonesboro player.
All right, man, you got to help me out. If the shot clock's on this side, where's the other one?
It's got to be on that wall back there, wouldn't it?
You're going to talk about the next time I walk into Jonesboro to be able to figure that where that's at because it's got to be visible for the players. Correct?
Yeah, I would think that if it's on that side, you know, on that end, it should be about the same spot on the other end.
It is not.
Okay.
Based on my viewing pleasure.
All right. Jonesboro stays in man. And there it is on this side.
On the corner.
Just on the opposite side.
On the corner right. They had to pan out long enough for me to see it.
So that they didn't call that a foul, just a turnover on Eagles Landing, who currently leads 17-4.
Too many buttons to press, man. I'm not bringing the shot clock into this.
Got you. Token pressure right here. Looks like we're going to get it's man pressure, so Jonesboro will just clear it. High screen and roll right here. Got a side baseline, swing it, gets it down low.
You got to reach out to that number one. They both having that conversation.
Well, that ball was kind of thrown in the middle of both of them, so.
Don't be pointing fingers, man.
I'm just saying.
He needs to do is like go gadget arms and reach out there and grab that thing, man. Come on.
I'm just saying it would have been really easy for him to think it was going to somebody else.
What, in the stands?
I'm telling you, Coach Melman was probably would like to see his big man finish that one from in the paint.
And not pass it back out.
Yes.
I agree. I'm just messing.
Jonesboro stays in the man-to-man, switching on the picks. This has turned into more of a one-on-one game right here. Nice defensive rotation for Jonesboro right there. Gets the block, hands on. Unfortunate it fell right to.
Oh, my goodness. 19-4 here.
Sideline break. Hands everywhere for Eagles Landing. Up ahead of the pack. And another dunk. And it's 21-4. Well, there's one thing you're going to figure out right here. There's a reach-in foul on Eagles Landing. There's one thing you're going to figure out right now if you're Coach Melman is that, you know, tendency for most teams is when things go bad is to play faster and to
push, right.
and to forget what you know, what got you to the point where you got your reputation about and all that other stuff. You know, it'd be a good chance for Jonesboro right here to settle down. There's a little give and go. Foul line jumper, long.
And they're going to have to find their space.
Yeah.
We're just here in the first quarter. Here it's 21-4.
Eagles Landing pushes. Offensive rebound is going to be tapped up and in.
But the nice thing is you get this scrimmage. They've scrimmaged each other for the past 3 years. And they have that opportunity to play each other. And they built this relationship where they're like, hey, we're going to do this scrimmage the first before any of our games really kind of get going.
And that's, I mean, to me, that's a good thing. Gonna get another jump ball right here. Great defense right there by Eagles Landing. Stayed in front, you know, kept the kept the basketball
Buddy,
in
it's
front
all
of
right,
him.
man. We all switching our gears here,
I mean,
man.
it is what it is right now.
It is. If you tell anybody get on a 4-point stance
Yeah,
and
I'm not doing
coaching
that.
basketball, please don't do that, man.
Kick out for the open three.
Okay, that's
and it's
pretty
good.
Goodness gracious.
And that's 26-4 right now.
Do we know who this is?
I believe that's number 3. See, here's the thing.
I know.
There's 2 number 3s.
I know. And we don't want to give props to him, but
So it's either Kenny Brayboy or A.J. Daniels because there's 2 number 3s.
All right. Well, if you were good, you would do a Brandangela, and you can merge those 2 names, and nobody would think anything of it. It's 6-3 over in Texas A&M with Auburn and Texas. Going to the end of the first quarter of play here. We'll start the second quarter. Oh, she's going to raise up. How close were we? Hey, look at that. I did it right. Fouls 3-4. 3-4 on the fouls.
Yep.
That's not too bad on
That
that.
was and that last one was an offensive foul on an illegal screen. Jonesboro actually hit the 3 right there. But so they're going to put .3 back on the clock, so we won't be at the end.
Oh. That means they're going to throw this thing back up, and we're not going to be right back up there. We're going to say, hey, we need to go ahead and get this thing finished.
And they throw it down the court.
Did you ever hit a
One time.
when was that?
One time. 7th grade.
That points out.
I played the first game of the year with Coach Prosser and them as a 7th grader.
On the 8th grade?
I played on the 7th grade team the first game of the year down at Booth.
Okay.
And the next
with the rubber floor?
With that rubberized
floor. Yeah. I'm right there with you, man.
So
John Price, Coach Price. No,
yeah,
Steve, not John.
Steve.
In my
so that next week I ended up playing 8th grade. So just so happens, and I'm sure the statute of limitations is out of me telling this now, but we played in the semifinals in the county championship tournament and got beat by Wayne Ellington in Riverdale.
Okay.
And then we came back, and the next week was the Booth 7th grade tournament.
And you played in that?
So I got to play in that.
That shouldn't have been allowed.
No, it should not have.
No, it should not have been allowed.
You know what? That was 1989.
Yeah, nobody going to judge that on
1988.
That part. 88.
So, when we got down there that first game, we had a nice little lead and we blew it, and I made one from half court to tie it and send it to overtime.
No.
And we ended up winning in overtime.
Oh wow. When you say half court, were you at or beyond half court?
I was at half court. Right. Rick Bodier threw me a pass right when we crossed half court.
Brick it?
No, it hit nothing.
Swoosh?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we just went out and destroyed them in overtime.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there's what you're getting right now is there is a trap. Nice individual move right here. Ball's off the backboard. Offensive rebound. Nice pass and the jam.
You got to be able to start with something at this point.
Absolutely. Jonesboro, and then they throw it away, so Jonesboro's going to get it right back. And I'm sure if you're Eagles Landing's coach, you're like, hey, it's 26-6, but I don't want to see a lack of focus and concentration just because we've jumped out to a big lead.
No, you don't want to do that at all.
They will. Jonesboro has a pedigree for
persistence,
and they're going to play defense.
Right.
And you don't want them to get hot because then they can set their defense up. High screen and roll. There's the shot. It's going to be on the floor. That'll be underneath for Jonesboro. So early here in the second quarter, your score is Eagles Landing 26, Jonesboro 6. Eagles Landing has been on fire from behind the arc.
They really have.
And they've been everywhere.
If I had a statistician, he'd be able to tell me, hey, they were 3 for 7 behind the arc, but I think they're better than that.
They're actually 4 for 8. So
look at you, man. That's why you get paid nothing at this point.
Absolutely. Jonesboro's going to swing it around. Setting up a high screen and roll.
15 seconds on the clock.
High.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
Right, so
is that playing into this?
It may be. I didn't thought about that.
I'm just asking questions right now. Is the shot clock playing into people pushing shots?
It may be something where they're trying to see how much they can get done because, for the most part, I think Coach Melman has been a pretty up-tempo guy.
Right.
But he has slowed it down in some games, especially some playoff games where they've played really great defense and they They will move that thing in a flex look. That was a nice move to the basket. Tip in right there.
Now, have you ever seen a Four Corners game?
I have.
Boys or girls?
Both.
Oh, wow. Describe what a Four Corners game is.
Boring.
No, come on, man.
It is.
It is not.
And there,
I filmed a Four Corners game once. It was amazing.
And Jonesboro turns it over and picks up loose ball foul right there. And it's 30-6 right now. And, you know, Jonesboro just seems out of sorts. The pressure on defense from Eagles Landing has really given them some problems. And then not being able to hit some early shots has probably forced them to press a little bit.
So what do you take from this? Do you turn around and, you know, because they're going to call a timeout right now.
The 30-second timeout right here. Looks like that timeout was taken by Eagles Landing.
Right. So going into, you know, the just the regular season, Craig, what do you take from this?
Well, you got it now. You know, Coach Melvin's going to have a whole lot of film saying, "Hey, you know, look at how we got ourselves into trouble." Okay. What was the first thing that happened? They had a sloppy cross-court pass off an inbounds play that got picked off.
Right.
That led to a layup, and then a sloppy inbounds pass that led to a dunk. And those were the first two things that happened. So, you know, you're looking at it from right now is that those are teaching points that he has film on, so he can say, look, these are things that can't happen. You got to pass the ball with intensity, you know, and you got to get it. You can't just float it, lob it, because it's never going to get there. That's really nice defense right there. And I can't believe he called a foul. He just bailed out Eagles Landing right there. That was a really nice job. They were there it is. Referees communicating. You get the call of a travel right there. Jonesboro takes the ball back. Trailing by 24. Pass up onto the right wing right here. Wing screen and roll. And there's a three short. Eagles Landing clears the boards. Jonesboro trying to set up a little impromptu, you know, backcourt press. They're going to draw the foul. Foul's on number 11 right there for Jonesboro. That's London Wingfield.
All right, so the big question of the night is, how do you feel about daylight savings time?
Never think about it.
You really don't? You don't
get
excited about fallback?
You know,
if they vote it out and we'll never get a fallback or spring forward ever again?
Well, I mean, you know, I'm not going. Like I said, there are so many other things that in my day and my time that I have to consider and worry about. That if I was,
have you ever adjusted to where you did not know that it was fallback time?
Well, I'm sure when I was in college I did, but I
never had a clue.
But right now,
you're enjoying that extra hour tomorrow?
I will enjoy it. I certainly will. And now we're going to get another foul here. That's 3 fouls in about 30 seconds on Jonesboro.
Second foul, number 2 for the Cardinals. They're going to switch him out.
That'll be Minifield going to the bench. Qualls replacing Minifield. I mean, Jonesboro's done a really nice job of staying in front. It's the secondary things just like this, not getting a body on somebody on the shot.
I still got the score 30-6. Am I correct in that?
I am 100% certain you are.
Oh, man, that's awesome. As much as I'm multitasking right now, I'm excited that you can tell me that. That's good.
And now we're going to look at the, you know, situation right here. Eagles landed back to the free throw line, you know, and, you know, for a couple of possessions there, Jonesboro did a really nice job of eliminating the penetration into the paint. And then right back in there after the second chance, you know, Eagles landed back to the free throw line. First free throw's up and good.
How important it is to practice free throw shooting?
Most important thing outside, you know, you can't give up free points. You know, we looked at it a couple years ago. 2 for 2 from the line, the stripe on that.
Is this the first one to go 2 for 2?
It is.
It is. I would agree.
They are now, I think that's 4 for 6 from the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's a savant. He can pick anything up as he wants to. He just names numbers. In his former life, he was an elephant.
Nice move to the back. See, that's the first time Jonesboro's gone quick to the baseline.
After,
Just they got to
pass the ball and
they got
to drive straight in. Right.
quick entry pass, rip through, went to the baseline, draw the foul.
How good were you from a free throw perspective?
That was about all I got to do my senior year.
But you were good at it?
Yeah, I sat on the bench, and late in games, if we had to close out games shooting free throws, that was my job.
Okay.
And then the rest of the game, I
A little salty.
clapped.
You sounded salty.
No.
You did. You sounded salty. You didn't mean to, but you did.
Oh, no. The best part about that was it wasn't a situation where I was sitting on the bench thinking I should be playing.
Okay.
I was looking at guys playing like Jason Floyd,
Oh,
Kyle
yeah.
Mack, and Alfred
Different.
Forbes, Ken
Yeah.
Jackson, and I was
Oh, yeah.
like, you know what? I'm watching these guys, and it's a fun show every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday.
I spent a lot of time watching you for at least 2.5 years on that. Hey, back-to-back free throws right there.
32-8 now, the score right here. See if Eagles Landing going to stick with this. All right, this high, entry point weave. Nice turnaround and jumper right there.
And even to get pressure
Yep.
on the shot itself and still be able to push through like that, that's a good release.
Ball knocked away again by Eagles Landing. They are in the passing lane. And they are playing the helper defense.
Helper. It's good. I like that.
That's an old Paul Hewitt statement. All right, inbounds pass, right back to the wing
All right.
for 3.
That's
Good.
the first three-pointer of the night for the Cardinals of Jonesboro. We're live here at Jonesboro High School. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman here on the 58 Live, Score 58 Network, bringing you Jonesboro Cardinals scrimmage versus the Eagles Landing Golden Eagles.
And there's an answer right back. And
That's
it's
why you
good.
got to say that answer right back. Man, I wanted it to be hung up. Just hang up the phone. There's no need to give him an answer.
And there it comes again. Oh. And now Eagles Landing's on the break, 3-on-2. Nice recovery by Jonesboro right there.
Push him back out.
Oh, my word. If that would have happened. Jonesboro, there's a foul right there coming back. That's a frustration foul.
Did you ever foul out in the game?
I think I fouled out once in junior high.
Okay, but never high school?
Oh, no, you can't foul out when you don't play much.
Okay. There was early on you played before the switchover occurred, man. You played a little bit, man.
Ooh.
You were the Carl Brown of the Wildcats.
Absolutely. I will accept that with
Hey, give
that's,
them,
they count it?
yeah, they did.
Absolutely. Nice job right there.
I appreciate the reference point that you know what I'm talking about there.
Absolutely.
Savant.
I will take the Carl Brown reference.
Yeah. People are like Googling Carl Brown. No, nobody is Googling Carl Brown. We have 17 people on YouTube, about a handful on Twitter, and a handful on Facebook. They're not Googling Carl Brown.
Carl Brown was a soccer player turned backup point guard for Georgia Tech.
/ secondary DB for the Denver Broncos.
Absolutely.
Come out, give us a shot. Just because you made it to the Final Four, we'll see how well you can defend.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm confused.
It was only one shot. Oh, so they're calling a lane violation?
On Eagles Landing? I think so.
So he called a lane violation.
Let's do.
On
For you going from football referees, you would lose. I can't wait. I might have to show up to a Pike County. You gotta
and
make
it rolls
that. Come
off.
on,
And
man.
that'll be Eagles Landing's ball right there.
Yeah, I might have to harass you on the courts.
Oh,
are you playing any
man, they
games
go
up
get-
near here?
We play at Strong Rock,
Yeah.
play at Locust Grove. I'm pretty certain of that.
Okay.
So obviously I missed something. Nice cross screen. And
Is that better to have a bounce pass in that situation?
well, I mean, right now the length of Eagles Landing is giving Jonesboro a
And
problem.
when you say length, you talking about wingspan?
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
The problem is that you would like that's 3 right there. 39-16 right here. Jonesboro's starting to find a little rhythm offensively. You know, their problem is that on that play he got too deep. He didn't give himself an outlet. And they're going to call a hand check right here.
Wow, Texas jumped up on Auburn 17-3 quick. I looked at that score, and it was not 17-3. I do enjoy some daylight savings time. I have a weighted blanket with my name on it that I might not wake up until at least 1 o'clock kickoff for the Falcons. So
I think I'm going to go to early church service tomorrow.
well, all right, they're overachiever. They just throw that at me right now.
Well,
I'm talking about sitting on a weighted blanket. And
No,
you're like, I'm going to go to an early church service. Well, good for you. Okay, I messed up with not saying that.
No, the point being is that, you know, I get to finally spend a Sunday with the families.
Hey, you don't.
Nope, I don't have a football
This is the
meeting.
first one, yeah.
So I'm going to spend it.
That's too bad I don't have anything going on I can bring you into. All right, another one.
All right.
41-16 here in the second quarter.
I mean, this is impressive to watch what Eagles Land is doing.
Early in the season,
I mean,
yeah.
This is one of those things. Ooh, floater off the backboard and in.
You have to call that for it to count?
No, sir.
Okay.
The bank is always open.
Okay, the bank is always open. I like that. That's good. I will never use that again, but that was awesome. I will not be able to remember
Nice job
that.
of help defense by Jonesboro. And speaking of always open, I think Eagles Landing's open when they cross half court. They are lighting it up. And then another turnover right here from Jonesboro.
Quails lost handle on the ball.
Miss. Nice rebound
I'm
on the
glad
backside.
he could not get that because he didn't even have his foot set.
Oh, that's a really nice job.
No.
Yeah, probably should have brought it down. Really nice job of finding him. That'll be something that as the year goes on and they get that connection, that might be a special play. So 44-18 right here, Eagles Landing. Jonesboro stays in the man-to-man. There's a screen. There's a 3 released and good.
Okay, can somebody guard him?
I mean, that's the thing about help defense.
Goodness gracious alive.
Up the court. Trap right here.
They're going
Nice job of being strong with the basketball.
to be able to find an out right there.
Rotation. Cross court. Jump shot. Just
Off
a little
the
long.
mark. Yeah,
Nice hustle right there.
that was Brown with the jump shot. He's
That
a
has
senior.
that's either got to be a foul
They're going to call a walk because he was scooting with his butt.
or a
Did you not?
walk. That
Okay.
was. I mean,
he
that-
was scooting with his butt, man. You can't scoot. I mean, ain't no scooting allowed up in this place.
But it's 47-18. You got guys getting on the floor to get after the basketball,
It's hustling.
and that's. I mean,
Well,
those
I
are
mean,
things
to
that
me, this is what you have to do in this situation. It's not a
you can't coach the score.
Well, the one thing, yeah, amen. I appreciate that. We ain't even in church yet. Take it to the church, Craig. 2 points.
Another was that 2? That's another 3.
Oh, now you're gonna say a 3. I gotta add another point. 50-18 here in.
I mean,
It's,
the thing about Eagles Landing is that
they haven't stopped.
but they press from spots that it doesn't look like you press from, and then they get their hands on everything. Nice job of hustle right there.
Look at them. Okay, first of all, you're up 50-18, and you throw the ball out on a player, and you know it's not on you,
Yeah,
and
and
you're all pointing.
Yeah.
Everybody's pointing. That's good ball. That's good teamwork. I like Brown for the
3's away, and it's good.
nice for the Cardinals.
Well, right now you're
24-50 here in the second quarter. Remaining minutes here left in the second quarter. We will take a pause at halftime. Deep 3. Somebody said air ball. Nope. They said we get the ball back. Nobody needs to have an air ball.
That was one of the first times though that they didn't get a look with a set.
He just chunked it right there.
He called that. That was
He
the
did.
definite heat check.
Seeing if he was on fire.
Everybody else has hit one. I am fixing to launch this bad
I
boy.
want to be a part of the group. Is that what you're telling me?
Oh yeah.
That's a rough feeling right there. One time I got
Nice entry pass right there and strong move.
Good move, going to the line to shoot 2.
Wood will go to the line for 2 right here. That's a really nice job of getting that rotation and a direct entry pass from the top of the key.
Hey, reference points. Were you ever blocked? Did you ever have a shot blocked?
I had a shot taken off the backboard, my friend.
Okay. I was flat-footed, and they blocked my shot. I didn't even jump.
No, I jumped. Now, and
Did
here's
you make that? I wasn't looking.
It was no good.
Okay, thanks,
In
man.
and out.
Okay.
We're playing Griffin.
Okay.
And it's my junior year, and things are going bad.
Side note, ladies and
Good.
gentlemen, Craig Chapman can remember anything that he did within this past 20 years of his life. We'll continue with this story right now.
But I had a chance to shoot a layup, and I did not see one of their defenders coming, and he basically just took the ball off the backboard and said, "Thank you."
He grabbed it.
He pinned it.
Did he pin it?
With
Okay.
both hands.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And, buddy, if you
Did
don't.
he go the other direction?
Oh, yes, sir. And if you don't think that I didn't hear about it for the rest of my career,
oh, that's rough.
people would be walking into the locker room and they just throw a basketball towards the wall and someone would pin it and go, "Look familiar?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
And then you think about from a professional level how all that kind of changes.
Oh,
up.
yeah.
It's just different.
Running jumper right here, long. Golden Eagles trying to break out.
All right. And that's the end of the half here, ladies and gentlemen, with the score. Eagles landing 50, Jonesboro 25. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman here on the Score 58 Network. We're going to, hey, look at that.
50-21.
Look at that. We gave them 4 extra points. Craig?
That's my fault. I'll take that.
I'm understanding that as well. We'll be right back. Start of the second half. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hey, it's about to go down here in the second half of action. Hey, and we'll get that artwork off for you so nobody needs to freak out on us. Starting the third quarter of play here on this scrimmage matchup between Jonesboro High School and Eagles Landing High School. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman here on the 58 Live Network, Score 58 Network. Glad to have you with us here.
And I'm looking at Eagles Landing's schedule, and they don't play again until November the 30th.
So what do you do here if you don't play till November 30th?
I guess you take this and break it down, and then, you just build off of what.
And who they got on the 30th?
Locust Grove.
Okay, so they're going to jump out into region play. So talk to me a little bit about Jonesboro's next game.
They play Carrollton at Stars Mill next Saturday.
Okay, and they're playing. And what kind of classics?
Adidas Classic. And there's a jumper, and it's long.
You so badly want that to go.
I did. Nice job.
But, hey, the follow-up is sometimes more important than the jump shot. It really is.
Well, I mean, that's, the first thing you see in the second half right here is they're on the offensive glass. They get a good shot, and they get a rebound, and now they get a deflection.
All right, so they're going to call charge? No, they're going to call
they're
it
going to
and
call
one.
block and one.
All right, so based on basketball rules, since I got a basketball coach talking to me right now.
Sorta.
Well, no, don't say sorta. On that part, what do you want to happen within the first 5 minutes of the third quarter in basketball?
Well, right now, if I'm Jonesboro, I just don't want the first 5 minutes to look like the first 5 minutes of the first quarter.
Okay.
I want to come out and run something. I want to be able to get into my defense so I'm not always playing just half court. I want to be able to press, see some things that I've worked on. And if I'm Eagles Landing, I want to make sure I clean up things like, offensive rebounds. But if you're Eagles Landing, you want to make sure that you come out and keep the defensive intensity up.
You do have to, because can you pull that for 4 quarters? That's what they want to know.
And you probably want to see where your conditioning's at.
Right, because that is what that key is right there. Nice
little weave right here for Jonesboro. A little bit better ball movement right here to start the second half.
But because it's a shot clock, are they pushing?
I think a 35-second shot clock, you got plenty of time. All right, cross-court pass, gets the three. Had a chance for the offensive rebound. Here comes the throw up. And nice defense right there. That was really nice defense. I'm assuming they called a foul. And it appears that they did. Really nice job of getting back on defense and attacking the ball and not the man. And I mean, right here, if you're, that's the way it's taught. Go from, try to attack half the body, try to skate through the back, and then when you do that, get the ball and do exactly what he did and pin it on the glass. First free throw is good.
Appreciate the heads up. (54-23) here in the third quarter.
Second free throw is long. Ball's taken by Brown on the rebound. And then once again, another deflection. Woods takes it.
They are. They got their hands in everything.
It's
right
active.
Now.
They're just
really
very active. And they, Eagles Landing looks like a team, and that is a long three in transition. But Eagles Landing has the look of a team that has bought in to exactly what their coach wants. Oh, that's a really nice job, and that's going to be.
I'm growling, man. I'm getting a little frustrated. I'm so sorry. 57-25 here in the third quarter. I'm Bo McMichael with
very
Craig
surprised
Chapman.
that they didn't call it tech right there.
I know.
But
I got the score right.
You didn't listen to me, so that means you're absolutely right.
Hey, man, we're good.
One of the things about this is that Eagles Landing looks like that team that, you always hear coaches say, you want to score, play defense. And, I've heard that a lot. You want to score, play defense. And when you hear that, everybody goes, yeah, that's not even close to being something that that's right. Because it defies what everybody thinks of as being basketball. Basketball is shooting and dribbling. But they play defense, and it leads to their offense. That's exactly what it is.
I would agree.
Jonesboro sitting down in man. And it's a 5-out, looks like a 5-out offense right here, motion offense for Eagles Landing.
You're going to have to explain that.
Well, I mean, you know, when they started out, it was everybody is out spread. They open up the lane, so you can do that. You know, you got dribble penetration right there. It gives you a 3.
Passed it back to the wrong person.
Well, there's, you know, probably if you're going to pass it back inbounds on your side of the court, you probably should throw it to the other end of the court. All right. But, you know, they're keeping the whole lane open, so it allows for dribble penetration, dribble, and kick. Jonesboro just looks completely out of sorts right now. And there's a give and go, a nice layup.
I'm expecting a timeout here pretty soon.
Yeah, it would seem like that might be something that's on the horizon.
As Coach Melman sits, I don't know if he's going to just kind of let this go.
They're going to call a charge, yeah.
He wasn't moving.
But that's the thing. Right now, you see Eagles Landing, they're in the right spots defensively.
Right.
They have the speed and the quickness to recover. So if they help, they can recover back quickly. And then they're always in the passing lane. Active hands. Now they got a little four-court man press right here for Jonesboro that's beaten easily. And there's, I mean, just not getting a body on somebody leads to an easy putback right there. And it's 61-25, and Eagles Landing is impressive. Wide open jump shots missed. Golden Eagles on the break again, and that's and one.
So now I have it 65-25, 40-point lead going to the line. I could be off a little bit on the numbers. We'll see what happens.
You know, there's no way I would have expected this. But
well, to me, it's.
And we looked, and see, here's my thought process. We looked online at Eagles Landing roster. What if the roster is right and it's the same team coming back?
That's rough. Okay, even if it is. Oh, good
free throw
rebound.
is off. And if that happens, I mean, then it explains a lot. I looked at Jonesboro's roster. It's not the same as last year.
No, by no means.
They've got 6 seniors, but they lost their leading scorer. You know, so you lose your leading scorer, you got to find someone to replace that production and that productivity.
Right.
And there's one thing I know about Coach Melman, and I will say this, and I don't care who I'm talking to, and I don't care what their feelings are. The man can coach anything, and he will get his guys right, and they will play for him.
Yeah, they're not definitely playing, and a lot of times says, okay, hey, you're scheduling this opponent right now. Realistically, you're scheduling a game where you're hoping to get better.
Yes.
And bottom line is, like you said, Thanksgiving. I mean, go ahead and look at your schedule. You said Eagles Landing doesn't play their first game until after Thanksgiving.
That's right. Well, we play the 16th and the 18th.
How many games does Jonesboro play before after Thanksgiving?
They play the 13th, then they don't play again until the 27th.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's the same thing. How many guys on Jonesboro's football team play on their basketball team?
Right. Not too many.
You know, how many assistant coaches does he have on the basketball side?
Not too many, based on my
See,
knowledge.
I had to go, we had a whole week of basketball practice with one coach.
Yeah, but you remember back in the day when you were a football player and you go to conditioning after football practice?
I do.
I can remember that.
I
didn't experience that because I'm too large and not in charge. So that was something that I'd always see y'all do that. I'm like, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow. 3-point.
I mean, they're shooting over 45% from behind the arc.
They're not missing, bottom line.
But they're getting good shots, and they're getting shots that for
uncontested.
Nice. But even that right there, that layup, because of the rotation and the speed, I mean, none of these shots are easy. And that's a great job of hustling right there. But, even when you think you have an open shot right now, you don't have an open shot for Jonesboro.
You really don't.
Because Eagles Landing will close you out in a hurry. I don't think, we've had one shot clock violation. I don't think Eagles Landing is in any danger of having a shot clock violation. All right, there's a pass to the post right there.
And when I
for
do
the
something
Eagles.
stupid like that, you got to give me a heads up.
I just rolled on with it.
I appreciate you doing that. I'm like, I wasn't sure if it was picking up that.
You know, one of the things you see from Eagles Landing is they've obviously done a lot of work on being able to apply their pressure without it having to be a made basket, which is, you know, one of those things that is kind of hard to do.
Right.
I mean, it takes some work. And 3 is missed. There's going to be a reaching foul on Jonesboro. And, you know, there's 2 ways you can look at this. And here's the way my coach brain thinks. You could have had one of 3 things happen. It was either be a blowout for you, you know, a blowout against you, or a really tight game and everybody left feeling, wow.
Okay. All right, but I'll give you a flip side of it. All right. As a fan dealing with this is the first time in my mind that this team has dealt with the 35-second clock in a game situation. If I'm not mistaken, last year, I don't know if that was the case. Granted, you can practice all the time. I don't know how much that's played into it. Nice.
Very nicely done.
Nice indeed. It is 72-29 here in the third quarter of play.
I think it's 72-27.
Like, don't be negative, man.
I was just letting you know I was listening to you. And that was another 3 right there for Eagles Landing. Cross-court pass right here. Back to the key. Lob again.
And
Very nicely done.
Call a quick timeout. You're watching the wrong screen.
I got it.
I know.
I was trying to see.
Oh, hey, how close are we? 75-29.
There we go.
Hey,
Look
1:59 left in the third quarter.
You know,
winner, chicken dinner.
what I was going to say was this. If you're a coach, the one thing you probably don't want, now I'm pretty sure Eagles Landing's coach is not going home, not going, man, I really wish we went and won by 50. He's not doing that. But, you know, if you are sitting there right now and you're Coach Melman, in the back of your mind, you're like, you know, this is irritating, but now I have something that I can teach from. And now all the times that we've been at practice and I say something and they don't listen, now I have somewhere to show them. So you're sitting here with 1:59. It's 75-29.
Hey, you know, this is the first time we've called a basketball game from the studio.
It is.
It is. You've not had that opportunity. I'm looking forward to a baseball game.
That would be interesting.
It would be fun.
Step back 3. Goodness Lord.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
I know you got to hold that in, man. You give me goodness Lord. I mean, they are raining threes.
I mean, that right there is just that's a next level shot.
It is. It is.
He stepped back with a defender
my goodness,
in his face and made just a tough shot. You just chalk that up.
Net.
You just chalk that up and say, you know.
I mean, he didn't. It wasn't like he was hitting. He didn't yell backboard. He didn't yell. No. It just.
Jonesboro's in the bonus right here.
78-29 here in the third quarter. We're still in the third quarter,
yes,
correct?
Sir.
Okay.
Kamen Brown, first shot is up and good. He draws the bonus free throw on the 1-and-1.
Hey, if you're watching us, make sure that you can stream us live on your big TV. That means if you have a smart TV, Android, Apple, or Roku, download the Vimeo app, and you'll be able to watch all the Jonesboro games live on Vimeo.
I mean, again, Jonesboro breaks out, attacks the rim, and Eagles Landing gets a hand on the ball. I mean, it's at that point right now where every time something happens, you're expecting to see a deflection. Underneath takeout right here, got to get the ball in bounds. Jonesboro back up top. Entry pass to the post. Give and go. That was a really nice give and go. Just ended up underneath the basket, and you get the turnover right here. And you get the nice left-handed layup. Give Isaiah Jones 2. And that'll make it 78-32. Eagles Landing There's another step back three. Great defense over the edge right there. Ball be knocked out of bounds by A.J. Horton. Eagles Landing will keep it, and we'll have an underneath the basket throw in. The basketball rolled to another county. That's a big gym.
It is. It's nice. There's a lot of levels to it. There's a lot of the nice weight room based on his side where he's at right now, where the ball's being inbound. I haven't really had an opportunity to really dig into it based on year 2 of the pandemic.
Yep. Foul line jumper comes off. Rebound chased down, and they're going to call a foul right here.
My vote is for them to hold the region tournament there, and I could really get an opportunity to enjoy.
So it'll be side throw in right here. Going to be inbound from the corner. We got 1-1 now, so they've just determined that Eagles Landing is in the bonus. And so that'll give them a 1-1 right here late in the third quarter. Free throws up, and it's good. Other than just, shooting an unreal percentage from behind the arc.
I'll listen to you.
Second free throw is good. Eagles Landing has, impressed in ways, they look like a team that has a 16-game win streak. They look like a team that is state championship worthy. A wide open three on the right wing is no good. Tap right there. And Eagles Landing breaks out again behind the back and attacks the rim. Nice defense there by Wood. And it'll be out over the baseline for Jonesboro.
(80-32) here in the third quarter.
See, that's the problem about having the clock up above you. Ball hits the rim. Nice effort right there.
You said it hit the rim?
It did hit the rim.
You're the nicest man in the world.
I'm a shooter, too.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to rinse you out to a party. Like, hey, it hit the rim. It did. No, it did not. It was an air ball.
Fadeaway jumper.
Oh, my goodness.
And it rolls around and down. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter with your score at Jonesboro High School. The Eagles Landing High School Golden Eagles, 82. The Jonesboro High School Cardinals, 32.
I'm Bowman Michael with Craig Chapman here on the Score 58 Network. We're 58 Live bringing you Jonesboro basketball. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the fourth quarter of play here. Jonesboro Cardinals have a great deal of sponsors here. We're going to honor them here in the fourth quarter. Want to make sure we mention them all. Pounds Property Management, brought to you by Sean Pounds. Sawyer Electrical, Stevens and McCrae Mechanical, Chick-fil-A Dwarf House off of Terra Boulevard. Talno Building Products, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Pro Look Sports. Law Group. I'm going to work on that name. With the right. Law Group. Advanced Chiropractor of Conyers, Glass & Sons Lawn Care, and Fonts Graphic and Designs. Craig, what you think about so far, where they get to go? I mean, the nice thing is, unlike Eagles Landing, Jonesboro gets to get back on the court next Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, what they go out and do and address from that. From this standpoint, do you take this game and do you break it down to the nth degree, or do you just
say it was a good scrimmage?
Say it was a scrimmage, burn it, and never let it see the light of day again.
I don't know if you say never, because I believe anything anything negative is positive.
And you got to look at it that way right here. You can take all of this, and you can't just say it didn't happen because it happened, but you got to learn why it happened.
Right.
Nice flash to the ball right there. Good job. And this is one of the things that, as a coach, you really want to get done. You work your inbounds plays.
As much as you can get accomplished here in this scrimmage, that's what you want to do.
5-second violation.
That's a quick 5 seconds.
I agree.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
If they didn't call 5 seconds, then maybe when he threw the ball inbounds, it hit the baseline on the other
No,
side.
he called 5 seconds, man.
Okay.
Listen to you. Listen.
I'm
Cup is happy. And
today is the day I spare officials.
I hear you.
It is a scrimmage. They're working too. So 5 out. Again, you can see there's nobody in paint. It's going to be drive and cut. And there's a 13-foot jumper. That's offensive basket interference.
Flip it back out, number 4 for Cardinals.
It's going to call charge. Even if it wasn't a charge, you're going to get that call because, he's there and posted up and waiting on you. So,
He was.
Dribble it in.
I saw him sack a lunch.
Yep, dribble it in.
Ham and cheese. So, yeah.
Give yourself a nice little pull-up bank shot right there and go on about your business.
You almost want to stop and watch him slide backwards and realize, hey, Mr. Ref, you need to watch that.
We used to do, all those drills where we had that certain situation. Jonesboro still in. You got this, predominantly all guard offense. Everybody on Eagles Landing can handle the ball. And I think that's one of the
very smoothly about it, too. Even when big people can take care of it.
Nice offensive rebound and putback right there.
Okay. Well, I do enjoy a litmus test.
Now that should be 2 shots for Jonesboro right there, unless did they call a walk? Because everybody walked for Eagles Landing, walked down the other end of the court. So there's going to be 2 shots right here for Wood. And as you said, a litmus test.
It is. And that's why you have scrimmages. We always talk about the 3rd preseason game for the NFL. We talk about even to the point, college football doesn't have a litmus test. Usually it's week 1.
You normally are, you're paying somebody to come in and be that litmus test.
Right. And sometimes that's not the case, and everybody's been dealing with peer pressure where that's not the case. How wonderful would it be if we saw a scrimmage in college football where you could actually see top teams where it didn't count and they played it, but everybody be like, I don't want to do that because what happens if somebody gets hurt? Look at you pointing me your fingers.
And that was one of the things somebody suggested, a couple of years ago about playing it at the end of the spring.
Yeah, no. And that's where you worry about. We've seen that in high school football here in the state of Georgia.
Yep, we have.
Did he make both of them?
He did make both of them.
Man, I love your savantness, man. That's good times, good times. All right, let's get ready for Michigan and Purdue. Tulsa and Cincinnati. I'll set them up.
3 miss right there. Rebound pulled by A.J. Horton. Long pass up ahead. Nice finish right there by Wood.
Wood, 6'7", senior for the Cardinals.
And he's been largely up to the challenge today. He
36-84.
He averaged 8.1 last year and 9 rebounds per game. So this is not his first time seeing the court. Short. Rebound grab right there. Eagles Landing pulls it out.
We probably should have a show every Wednesday night on, and you should show up and we just talk about sports.
Oh, that would be great.
We're going to have to figure that out. Now,
Nothing.
Because you don't play basketball on Wednesday nights.
No, we do not.
JV or varsity, correct?
There's no JV. We're going to call a block right there, I hope.
Like at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock would, like at 10.
You hear the of
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's what it's called.
It will be me because I have to be up at 5 because I have
details,
an hour.
Man.
That hour drive is something.
That's called focus, man.
Absolutely.
And hey, but that would be nice to argue and talk and bring people on. Let me use my brain power now that my high school football season has finally ended. 54 games last night.
That was awesome,
brother.
Minifield makes 1 of 2 at the line right there, and fight for the rebound. There's Nice move to the rack right there by Brown. Shots rejected, but they're going to call a foul, and he'll be at the line shooting 2. 84-37 right here, Golden Eagles, as we play in the fourth.
It was one of those ones when you first started off and say, hey, I'll run a business that deals with filming games. And I was at Lovejoy High School.
First free throw is good.
And I was filming 2011. And I had left Maine in Vermont. And in Maine, if you could only understand what I was filming. I wish I'd have kept footage so I could have shared with you. I apologize for not being ignorant enough to do that. So,
second free throw is long. Rebound pulled. Brown 1 of 2 from the line. Eagles landing up in the front court. Shoots a 3. 3 is long. Offensive rebound pulled. Pass back into baseline. Stolen right there. And that is a really good tackle. Number 10, Jeremiah Qualls, has his feet knocked out from underneath him. And
hey, did you like the hustle from the Georgia Tech DB?
I did.
100 yards.
Yeah.
He looked tired.
Yep, and then he had a 335-pound guy dive on him.
On top of his head.
First free throw in the 1-and-1 is off. Qualls gets his own rebound. As you can tell, the stands are in mid-season form because someone just yelled, look at the foul count. Are you for real? Qualls back again. First shot is short. Ball is deflected off of a Cardinal. Eagles Landing will take over here.
Chapman, I'm looking at 2 different TVs.
Yes, sir.
And I was like, how did you know that was going to be short? And then I realized, we're about second and a half delayed on the final production. And it was awesome, with the look on my face.
There's a shot from the corner. That's long. Rebound by Wood. Outlet pass. I mean, nice drive right there. Brown will go back to the line. Shooting 2 this time.
Double bonus.
I think he was going to call him in the act of shooting.
I
First
like
is
it.
away, and it's good.
Now, if I was to bring you on Wednesday, man, we would have a lot of non-sports conversations. I'm
That'd
just
be
letting you
all
be
right.
aware of that. So you're going to have to get your tune up here.
It'll probably got a little reach foul right there as they come across.
Is that
half
the ref
court.
just working on his calls?
Well,
Making sure that he knows how to call reach call?
I believe she's doing that.
Okay, 84-40.
And then fumbled out of bounds by Eagles Landing. Really an unforced error right there. And see, here's how it goes. A coach always finds something that they can woof about in a film.
Oh, yeah.
Things like that will be something that is discussed.
Because you want to talk about those 40 points that you scored hands down. You can talk about 84 points that you gave up, but you want to talk about the 40 points. What could you have done better on the offensive side of the ball?
And right now, if you're Eagles Landing, you're really worried about what's going on in the paint. You're getting out hustled right now, and you're committing the unforced turnovers. So you want to, make sure that those guys that are in the game right now understand that when we put you in the game, we expect you to produce. Nice spin move right there. Double dribble. So it's turned into a rather.
Did you enjoy that video game?
Absolutely.
I did. Bearcats held on for the deer of their lives here, man.
For the deer of their lives.
Yes, like deer of the headlights, man. I mean, they were ranked 6. Tulsa was going in to score a touchdown, and they fumbled it into the end zone.
5-second violation. We've gotten every call in the book right
He's
here.
working on his skills, man. If I can get a three count, did he give a 3 count already?
They have not called 3 seconds in the
Well,
lane.
we're going to get there here in a minute.
running bank shot in the lane right there.
Okay, first of all, if you don't yell bank, it does not count.
I've already discussed this.
I know.
It does not matter.
It does. It does. If you don't yell, okay, have you ever played pool in college?
Of course.
Okay, but if you don't call the hole, that doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, all right.
Nice drive.
Is it called a hole or a pocket?
Pocket.
Oh, man.
That would be 8 ball in the corner pocket.
Okay, I'm calling that pocket right there. And they do not allow that type of pool where I went to college. If you just shot it into the thing and you'd be running around the dorm naked.
We played darts.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was.
Okay,
it was a lot
that's
of fun.
deadly. I don't even want to think about how that.
They were
kinda turns.
plastic tip darts. Nice rebound right there. Turnaround jumper. Jonesboro's been much more effective hitting the glass.
If you were a mathematician, how do you feel like the second half went versus the first half?
I mean, not knowing enough about Eagles Landing, who is a starter and who's going to come in and be considered second team. You
right.
know, in the third quarter, they went and it was pretty dominant. It kind of was the same process. I think it's gotten a little sloppy as the later it's gone.
Okay.
But you know,
Everybody's
I think
clearing out right now, so we got to be coming to the end of the game.
They've stopped shooting supersonic, but now they're just down to flaming hot on the three.
Can I get a three?
No.
That's all. Everybody, it's amazing where everybody's like, "Hey, can I shoot a three?"
That was a really nice move right there. Number 2, Lathan Minifield will go to the line for Jonesboro right here.
Because the University of Tennessee going to beat Georgia.
That'd be negative.
You're saying negative?
No, they won't.
I do like a blue versus an orange. It's a good color scheme.
That's an interesting thing. I can't remember the last. Kentucky didn't beat Tennessee for about 1,200 years.
Well, I think Kentucky's going to win tonight.
I think they've beat them the last 2 years, haven't they?
Yeah, I think Kentucky's going to win tonight.
First free throw was good. Second free throw was good. And it appears as though it might be getting close to the end of this one.
42-86. Let's see how close we are. Oh, naming the score before we have the scoreboard up in front of us. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman here on the 58 Live, bringing you a Score 58 Network Jonesboro Cardinal basketball 2021-2022. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's been awesome to bring a basketball game and not talk football.
There it is.
Hey, but I kept bringing in football, and I apologize for that. I mean, it's the small steps in me. All right, take care of yourself out there in this crazy world that we live in here. The final score: Eagles Landing 86, Jonesboro 42. Will she go to the scoreboard? Who is right?
0-0.
Oh man, she went to it before he cleared. All right, be safe.
In the business, check out our live cast. You could be a witness. What the swing of the batter, a strikeout at home plate. No missing the action. There ain't no wait. The commentary keep you valiant. Through laughs and analysis of the competition, posting offline statuses. 58 Live, touches down, it's a score. In the red zone, tackle 7 more. You know it's a slam dunk, it's a shooting the score. You know the outcome, no defender can stop what's in store. 58 Live at the helm is the best in. 58 Live at the helm is the best in. 58 Live in the building. Best crew out there filming. 58 Live in the building. Best crew out there.